What's going on, everybody? It's the Bull Show, aka Aidan, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be discussing the NBA redraft of the 2021 draft, which is a big conversation and talking point around Mr. Ayo Dosunmu, who was picked in the second round and obviously is a Chicago Bulls player. So we'll take a look at where he ended up going in this redraft, whether or not that is acceptable, and if he has been disrespected once again. There have been a lot of articles suggesting that Ayo Dosunmu should not be happy with where he actually placed in this NBA redraft, and again, it just seems like a lot of people are not very happy with it, so we'll take a deeper dive. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bull Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about Ayo Dosunmu, where he finished, and do you find it acceptable? I'm not sure how long this video will be, but we'll talk about Ayo Dosunmu first and foremost. He got picked 38th in the NBA draft, the original NBA draft, and that was the second round. It was very, very disrespectful. A lot of people were surprised, including our front office, that Ayo Dosunmu was still available. And from then, he's had to prove a lot of people wrong, and he's done so in fantastic fashion. He did the World vs USA team, I believe. He did fairly well in that game as well. I think he got injured in that game, but still did okay. He ended up getting the all-rookie second team as well. So he's had to prove a lot of people wrong, from the 38th spot to an all-star appearance and to the all-rookie team. It shows how really good of a season he actually got. And Bulls fans already can see what Ayo Dosunmu can bring to the table, and we're very happy with what we saw and what we can see next year as well. But does the redraft necessarily see that? Well, let's put it this way. He didn't go in the second round this time around. He was picked a lot earlier, but still was around past the lottery. I think it was the 16th spot in which Ayo Dosunmu actually got selected at, which, in my opinion, look, it's an upgrade. It's a positive for Ayo Dosunmu. I think if you're doing the draft back in 2020 or 2021, sorry, when this actually was taking place, I think Ayo Dosunmu going around 16th to 20th, I think most people would have expected that. But he's proved a lot of people wrong from that point, and he's proved a lot of people wrong beyond that point as well. So in my opinion, knowing what we know now, if we didn't know anything about Ayo Dosunmu, I would have expected him to go in the first round. But if the fact that we know more about Ayo now, I think 16 is still just... it's just not enough for me personally. Again, he got an all-rookie second team, so I expect Ayo Dosunmu to be fighting for around the top 10 in terms of the NBA draft selections. And look, there are guys that are probably there that still has a little bit more potential from what many other people see. For me, Ayo has the world of potential, to be honest, but some other guys just might have, according to NBA analysts, better potential than Ayo, because he is a little bit older coming into that NBA draft. But all things considered, in my opinion, looking at Ayo Dosunmu, looking at how much trust he actually got, looking at how much he actually performed in terms of his NBA season, he's definitely, in my opinion, should be fighting for a top 10, even a little bit closer to that, in my opinion. So I do find that very upsetting. It's a disrespectful... I don't think it's extremely disrespectful. I do think it's somewhat disrespectful just because Ayo Dosunmu did a lot more than some of the other rookies that are probably ahead of him. And that's just a hard, cold truth. If you're looking at statistics and alone what he was able to do from the bench to the starting lineup, he's done more than some of those guys that got picked ahead of him. It's as simple as that. But it's obviously not disrespectful in the way that he didn't get any sort of upgrade. And that would have been extremely disrespectful. That would have ruined Bleacher Report's credibility with most Bulls fans if they haven't done it already. But there's always been a common theme with Bleacher Report and the Chicago Bulls. There's not been many times where they've praised Bulls players. They don't necessarily praise Nikola Vucevic. They definitely do not praise DeMar DeRozan, sorry. And they're not necessarily praising Ayo Dosunmu despite him getting an upgrade. But I'm not going to lose sleep over this. At the end of the day, we all knew Ayo was not going to be a guy that was selected in the second round this time around in a redraft. And if you're asking most Bulls fans, you'd probably see him in the top 10, to be honest. But there are 30 other teams out there that might disagree with that, and maybe they're just happy with where Ayo Dosunmu is. So in terms of all that, I do think he deserves better than 16th. I think his statistics proved he was better than 16th. He started as well, so that proves he's better than 16th. And the fact of the matter is he played a whole ton of games for the Chicago Bulls as well. So all things considered, I think he should be more than 16th. I think he should be around the top 10, around maybe 11th or 12th. And I think that would be understandable. Putting him outside of the lottery, I think, is very harsh, because I think he's a lottery player for sure. But At the end of the day, you can't win them all, ladies and gentlemen. This is just another thing to add to the fire to prove people wrong, and I just hope for the life of me the Chicago Bulls can do that. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Have a wonderful and safe day, Bulls Nation. I'll see you in another Chicago Bulls video. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.